Yeah, I'm not live. Africa. Uh, Hello, everybody. I arrange my dentures. So, first and foremost, before we start, now I'm talking anything. My speech is going to be weird throughout. I don't even talk well. Because I go dentist today. So, I'm still not used to the way my mouth is feeling. But this journey, when I start on, I think I'm going to take 12 weeks. So, I have 12 weeks to be suffering before I'm done with this thing. But better now, so I can finish. I don't know. So yeah, let's go there. I see a few questions. Some people see whether I will come the protest tomorrow. Well, wait and see. Keep your eyes peeled. You might see me there. But the question is, people have been asking, so what I think about the protest where they host tomorrow, where they happen tomorrow. And not only me, the MOP, all of them, for MOP, all of us for NRM, we support the move, to protest for the Lekki toll gates tomorrow. They put me, stop everybody in a doctor. Someone said, stop putting your hands. I don't put my hand, the thing they come out, I need to shook her inside well. I have dent, I don't want to come down. I can't see, I don't get teeth for here. Here, yeah, each teeth is fake. Yeah, this one, it's fake teeth. Fake tooth. If I remove her like this now, go don't DJ. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Now my enemies do me this thing. Anyway, I suspect Obasanjo. I'm not Tamilofa. I'm not Tamilofa. I suspect. Now the good thing is, I know say, because Valentine is this weekend, many of you now no go want to support this protest. They're going to look for a way to say, the people have protested before. What's the use of protesting again? Blah, 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 blah. Because now I want to do Valentine on Sunday. All of them already don't plan for those babes. All of them already don't plan for those guys. So, when I talked to my last live, we just discussed briefly about the decision to open the gate, the toll gate, This so-called toll gates, death gates, I to call them, killing gates, killers gates, the killers gates. It's obvious, say, it is more important to our politicians, to even the panel, than the people that were killed at the toll gate. Than whatever atrocity where we don't go through, the toll gate is more important. Finish. Somebody saying a Hell's Gate. Not be lie. Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate itself is a good name. You know, so this panel will never give us any ruling on any of the atrocities. Don't finally agree, say they don't agree, say they want open gate. Me, I know they like to dog say I told you so. No, sorry. I know they say people know they like make the talk say make it not good to say I told you so. Me, I like to talk I told you so. I told you so. You know, waiting on the pay me now also now the silence on the part of all the people who support the panel. And in all of this, I want to say that the youth representative with the panel, Renu, I never met her. I don't think I've met her. She shows something where a lot of politicians need to learn from today. The politicians of Nigeria need to learn from that young girl, that Renu, the lady. You know, where did the panel? You know, and they need to learn from her action. She no support wetin they do. She do wetin, she step down, she resign. Not be say they go sit down there and see they blow big grammar. We'll get to the end of this, we'll sit down to resolve the issue and find it, resolve it amicably to the ally. You know, and for me, they're important. See, everybody will support the protest before, will lead to the death of those people, will lead to anything that happen now, also come out to support this protest. Because for me, it's not really a protest. You know, because we're African people, we must understand, say, you know, spirit get value. You know, and those people who die for that place die on the behalf of all Nigerian people. You know, all the people who they kill all over Nigeria that time. Because not only Lekki people, they always talk say Lekki, but not only Lekki people die, you know. So we must show solidarity, even though they are not around. Say we remember them, we remember their sacrifice. You know, for that reason alone, we must be there. You know, for that reason alone, you know, people should support the you know, the military itself don't pull out of the panel. They don't pull out since before, long time before. You know, so the whole thing is just sham. The judicial panel of inquiry is nothing but a setup to give our government what they call plausible deniability. Finish. They just want to go, you know, find evidence to absolve themselves. They know they involved. You know, we as the people must, you know, as usual, the Nigerian people must stand for themselves. So waiting there for the root of this issue, say the open toll gate. Now the idea is say the Nigerian elites, you know, because that panel of inquiry is nothing but elitist panel of ex-judges, you know, no single area boy did the panel. So-called area boy, no single NU, even their own NURTW, no did the panel. No conductor did the panel. No bus driver did the panel. No market woman did the panel. And all those people narrative, they involved, they important. Their point of view, they important. You know, and the panel is not independent. Now the issue, you know, is funded by the government. Is everything is the what they will discuss is written by the government. You know, I mean, everything is just so one-sided about it. You know, so I not say nothing good will come out of the panel. At the end of it, now like they will just still talk there. So I support say make we, you know, the people will continue to stand up for ourselves. You know. Yeah, I feel a bit tired today, and that's why this live is starting late today like this. But me, man, this dentist where I go, don't be saying the medicine they give me really they affect me, but I just feel maybe I'm mourning my tooth. You know, as I lose my tooth, a part of me will go, I'm mourning it, you know. Yeah. So these are our elites and their ability. I know if you talk ability, see me in trouble. And their ability to, and their penchant for always, you know, putting more value on their property than the life of their people. You know, look at this Lekki toll gate now. We did the rush, see they won't go open. How can we be saying that people die and they care more about toll gates opening? We must get justice for the life before you find justice for toll gates. How come toll gates no get, you know, people dey toll gates, we die, we don't know anything about them, no justice yet. But now you are finding justice for the toll gates. You are finding justice for a company, LCC company, to start their business. You know, okay, fine. At least they are able to restart their business. All the people who don't die, they cannot restart their life. They cannot restart their life. You know. That's why for me, it is absolutely important see, other than action like this, okay, it's time everybody toll gate, let's go and protest. We Nigerian people must not always wait for protest before we are acting. A lot of people don't ask me, say, oh, what will they do since? What will they do since? I say, we're not doing anything. If you yourself are not doing anything, don't ask what me I'm doing since. You know, I want us, as we did like this, so make we begin engage. Even you way Valentine won't with you, where you don't make your plan. You know, because there's some kind of babe where you don't book down or more is more important than the future of Nigeria. Homie, I feel you. You get some kind of guys who don't book you down. Well, you must live with this guy on Sunday. It's more important to you that I feel you. But the thing we say, not be only protest, but the way we think express our. We as Nigerian people must realize, say, we must create those things we won't see. You know why I'm doing the MOP? You know why the work on MOP so hard with everybody around me, all the volunteers, you know, all the great people working on it. I mean, I must say again, thank you everybody if you're on this live right now and you did MOP, any of our committees, or you did NRM. You know, I'm really happy with what we're doing right now. You know, I have to say thanks a lot. You know, but why am I doing it? Because I'm creating it because like the kind of party where I won't see with that. And I know but none of these people are going to create this party for me. So I have to work to bring it to life, to what I want to see. So we ourselves must not only wait for protest. Protest is only one way of expressing our power. You understand? We must protest, but we must back up our protest with political education and, you know, political action, political organization. You know, see, political education and political organization, you know, is the height of it. Is when we are engaged in that, then we know that we are ready. You know, because our government know, they know. As I always say, protest and action where we must take. If we get government where they listen, they listen. But me, I see this protest tomorrow. Why I'm supporting it fully because not be saying a protest. I'm supporting it because regardless, even though we try to reach their police block or anything will happen there, we as a people we must show our lost fellow citizens who will lose their lives that day. We must show our fellow citizens who lose their lives that they say we don't forget them, and whatever we are trying to do is still in the memory of their sacrifice. Because we African children, we are all children, we African people, we are children of sacrifice. You cannot be an African child today if you're not a child of sacrifice. And then when we talk about our traditional religious sacrifice, you know, what they do normally, not even that sacrifice. I'm saying in this system who they exist under capitalism day like this day. we African people are all children of sacrifice. Whatever would they do today like this, whatever would they do like this, whatever would they do, that because somebody don't pay the price with their life. For African man to go to school, for African man to vote, for African man to do business, for African man to even work out free for your own country, for Africa was struggle. Somebody pay, somebody sacrificed their life, sha. So we must never take such sacrifice for granted. Because as we do like this tomorrow, as we do like this so today, what will be the things we will see for our life, where we as motherland people hold dear. One of the things we motherland people hold dear now the story of Jesus Christ. And why? Because without even knowing you, they say he died for you. And so that if people, people that die for us, that is great for us. They must realize, yes, even those who die will not be from Israel and will not go resurrect. Their death too we must see it as special. We must see it as special. Not be until Igbo man tell us which death is special. I offend one of my Christian friends one day. I tell her, say, at least when Jesus Christ died, before he died, he saying go wake up in 3 days time. And if I knew say I go wake up in 3 days time, dying won't be so hard. But there are many African revolutionaries, people like Lumumba, we know say they go die. And we know say they go wake up when they die, and they still choose to die. For us, like this, to get voice, to sit down, to act, and we will not betray those kind of sacrifice. You understand? Anywhere we will do for this world as African people, we are all children of sacrifice. For you to do anything, for you to go to school, for you to enter, for you to be doctor, for you to be lawyer, for you to be anything. That's why they continue to lie to us about this. We are self-made. Anybody really there today, because those people they put for on top now, the people will betray the sacrifice of those people. You understand? One of the easiest way to be a successful man in Africa today is to betray African people. So when you look at those people from the top today, they are betrayers of those sacrifices. So they always tell you, I'm self-made. So that you don't question, their cowardice. See, not be you open that door now. If the person will open that door behave like you go see chance enter. Because when African people enter that open door today, we are programmed, deceived, indoctrinated to think that it is our own doing. To think that it is by your own efforts. Now you shall pass. That's why you did there. No. It's due to the sacrifice of many great people before you. When you even know you before. When you do that thing and position their children to take advantage. We do it so that all of us can take advantage. You can enter there, begin personalize them. Use them for only you and your children, you and your friends. Say you are self-made, say you sharp. So for me, it is important, say we end oppression. Say I see end SARS, now bring us which way. We don't go around, we don't go judicial panel of inquiry. We don't go judicial panel of inquiry, we don't go everywhere, we don't go around. Now we are back to toll gate. We never achieve anything. So we must not decide, say we want to end oppression. But really the issue is oppression. After we do the whole end SARS and everything, ooh, pretty girl, I see you, you can't sneak. So now after we can enter judicial panel of inquiry, after we enter judicial panel of inquiry, they go oppress us inside there, go open toll gates. I will not be oppression, be this opening of toll gates. So not be oppression, be opening of the toll gates. For when we are going to end SARS, they are oppressing us inside there. So we must, it is important that we understand, see, our battle is not over. It's never, it just begin. Daddy, what now journey of million man. I'm doing a live. IG live. No. So in this our fight against oppression, in this our fight against dehumanization, in this our fight against all these forces where they hold us back from achieving our full potential, you know, what are we going to say was the role we played? It's only the role of protest, you know, or we must protest and also politically organize and elevate ourselves, because political education and political organization are the next step. We have to meet them on the streets and meet them also in the polling units. You know, many of them, they fear the shutdown of social media. I mean, many people they shout they don't close Bitcoin, they don't close Bitcoin. The way they shout they don't close Bitcoin, I can't the one that say, yeah, now so everybody from Nigeria don't hold bar. Because me, man, I don't feel afford one Bitcoin. And they say one Bitcoin is 50,000 US dollar. Everybody is shouting Bitcoin. You know, where do they see money buy this thing? Where do they see money buy this thing? Me as I don't get shit. I don't know Bitcoin because I never gather enough naira. I will go gather Bitcoin. I never gather anything now. So I don't want everybody to complain. That's what we hope. This is, see, if this government, like, because of protests, because of MOP, because of they shut down Bitcoin, they shut down social media. Let me tell you something. Nkrumah, my grandmother, and Fela, and Sankara, and all these people, they did not have social media before they liberated us. You understand what they tell you? No social media, no email, safe. In fact, no plane for Africa. How many planes did Africa that time? These people were willing to trek, enter motor, enter horse, anything. Yeah, it's done now. I'll come and meet you when I finish it. You know? They want you to do anything. They go write it out with their hand, 1 million letter a day. Type everything. So I know what make with the fear the social media threat they always put. Anytime we the government say they want shut down social media, then more than them say Nkrumah no use social media before they defeat their masters. So we just need ourselves to align, be in the same mindset. You know? I know what make only they act when they make us vex. You know? Our action not be only when they make us vex. We act, then we cool down. No. Even when they are not making us angry, when they make them angry. And what you going to do to make them angry? Now, as we take the organize ourselves, they say that don't they organize politically, don't they educate politically to raise consciousness, it go they vex them. But not only then they vex us, we will go to protest. They go vex. Even a bond, see that token to the bond is insured. Even a like, when a bond they are talking, they're going to use insurance money repair. I know we won't cause them shishi. The one we go pay them pass. Now, if they take that political power from them, now they the job, that chopping. Now they pay that pocket, that chopping. Now feel me, that chopping, that everyday dollar we they come from our oil. Our tax money they miss every day. All the internal generated revenue of Lagos State, where it dey. All the IGR of Lagos, where it dey. What they do with them? So we need to protest and also organize. Now that second part, now the difficult for us, you know. So many people after October, in October, so many people, you know, as soon as December party starts, everybody kind of I don't go lie. It's when they take MOP before and NRM. When they take us 1 week to achieve. Now, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we are going around because everybody is back to the same. But we keep keeping up. You know, we must achieve it. We don't have a choice. You know. So for me, I believe with that about the protest tomorrow. It's a shame. Say elders in Africa, you know, don't they reach level where we say, you know, the blood of African children no mean anything to them. We don't deal world where we say, as an African person, if you die for America and Europe, the government of those countries will spend more money investigating, caring about your death than if you die for Africa. At the level we not be that. You know, so all Nigerian politicians, they have a thing to learn from that, from Renew. You get no support and she don't step down. No be like say no support the thing and they there. And I go chop 8 years. When they come pursue and come out and come begin to preach. They tell us the moral, they give us the solution to every. But when I did it, I shut up. And I did chop, everything they scatter, and I no resign. I no step down, nothing. Ewo. We as Nigerian people must not let them. If they won't forget the blood of the people who died for Lekki Toll Gate and all over Nigeria that day. Maybe Nigerian people let them remember, say we see day here. See we no go forget, you know. So the protest, the gathering, whatever they want to call it for tomorrow is very legitimate. You know, it's very legitimate. I support it completely. MOP support it completely. And real quick also today, I'll touch a bit on everybody. They ask me, say what do you believe in? And all of that shit. You know, what was your religion? Or first of all, I don't really believe in religion. And I don't like to say I'm spiritual or have a spiritual system. You know, I don't want to say I have a spiritual system. Okay, but before I go into this, it's very important. Me, I tell you now. See, when it comes to standing up for African people, when it comes to standing up against oppression, the oppressed, when it comes to standing up for our people, when they reach time to make decisions like we were about to make during the EndSARS protest of whether to join judicial panel of inquiry or not, whether what's the next. See, your love of African people is not enough for you to decide to make decisions, especially if you have influence. If you have influence, you cannot use your emotions alone to judge. It's very important. Say we respect our people enough to research our decision, to research what we want to talk or to study them, and also to be brave enough to say, you know what, let me ask those that know, because my opinion here doesn't carry weight because I don't know what I'm talking about. Because we cannot keep, it's important, no, we cannot keep going around this circle where people that know, people don't invest time to investigate, to study, to know what thing they happen. They try to say, oh, the people, this is what we should do. Then you, just because you are elevated in the system to a level of influence, begin to counter those things. You know, begin to counter those things with your naivety. And then you lead the people down the wrong path. And when you are done leading them down the wrong path, you know, you now come back outside to apologize. You know, I mean, why not just before you lead us, you know, round in a circle, listen to the people that are talking to you? It's important now that we listen to ourselves. And if you don't know what you're talking about, agree that you don't know what you're talking about. You know, because it will save us a lot of stress. I'm telling you, a lot of stress, it will save a lot of lives. Because not only here, many times, you know, we just continue losing lives, making the same mistakes, losing lives, making this. It's high time we stop using emotions. Yes. I mean, because not only emotion will make some Nigerian people hear one Ugandan girl waiting for Sweden. They talk how Sweden, how Ugandan people have more money than people in Sweden. And some people, they agree. That's just emotion. And not even some good kind of emotion. You know, emotion that is, you know, only validating your own experience. Yes, your experience is okay. Trust me, your experience is, you validate your reality. Nobody can take that away from you. But now you must also extend that to the next person through empathy. And realize that, okay, this feeling I'm feeling through this thing, you know, how does it make this person feel? This person? Don't just use your own feeling, especially if you're going to go public. If your decision, if you're in a position where your decision can influence people, you know, if you must find your way to do that research and not just put your own, you know, reality as basically your opinion as the validation of everybody's reality. You know, look at lockdown. Millionaires were telling everybody, billionaires in the world were telling everybody to lock down and stay in their house. Billionaire parlor big past your whole estate. Some billionaire parlor where I don't see for my life, a big past the whole street. You know, like 400 square meters of just living room space. That kind of person is not telling you to stay indoors, as if it's the same shit. As if it's the same thing you are going through. You staying indoor, if they face me and face you, is that the same thing as somebody staying indoor in a palatial estate? Anyway, so we must, for our own people's sake, we must, for, you know, at least do the research. We must do the research. So now back to my spirituality. Well, I'll call it my spirituality. I don't know what to call it. In a way, I call it the affirmation, or the affirmation of my people will not like this. Why is everybody asking me if I'm attending the rally tomorrow? What has my attending the rally tomorrow have to do with your own attending the rally tomorrow? I have nothing to do. Are we tied to? I wish I missed twins. Me, I support the rally. Go and check my track record for things that I support. You support the rally? Yes or no? That's all that matters. Support the rally the best way you can. The best way that you can. Support the rally. Support whatever they are doing there tomorrow. Whatever is happening in that toll gate tomorrow is noble. It's a noble idea and must happen. You know, to the best of the capabilities of the people. Somebody said it because you didn't lead that. Trust me, I think the people that organize it, you know, they are capable of leading. See, everybody, let me tell you something. Let us all understand that everybody can achieve something great. We can all do it. Don't worry about sharing. Don't worry about me, because one of my own duty in this life is to destroy the special Nigerian. Those Nigerians will feel like, say, without them there's no Nigeria, without them there's nothing we can do. One of my goal in life is to destroy them. That there's no such thing as a special Nigeria. And there's no such thing as the Nigerians that can do. The Nigerians that should be in front. You know, because once we are able to reclaim our citizenship, because that is that's all we lack. They've stripped us of they don't come out our citizenship for our body, give us the title of masses. You know, but we there for the journey of reclaiming that citizenship by any means necessary. You know, so don't ever worry about what somebody else is doing or not doing. I'm sharing with a share idea here. You know, but let's all make sure we do what we need to do. What we believe is right, we all know it. We all know what we know is right. In this country, I want to do destroy this country with that. Knowing what you know is right. I'm waiting for somebody else to tell you that it is right before you do it. Nah, forget about that. So let me go quick because this spirituality is not going to take long. Because this is when I talk on now, many people don't even understand them. There's a great poet, African poet. I think his name is Ayekwai. Kwesi, I've forgotten his name. You know, and he had a poem and he said something that was very profound in it. You know, about African spirituality or African cosmological worldview or the African, you know, mystical system. I'll call it that. It's better for me than spirituality. The African mystical system. I think it's better than spirituality. You know that first of all, when people say, Seun, what do you believe in? I say, I believe in myself. You know, then I believe in my daughter. You know. So they say, okay, what about the African gods and things like that? Well, no, there are different levels of understanding African gods. Thank you, the soul language. Ayikwe Arma. That is the person. There are some people in this place that know their literature. Not be Shakespeare, we all of them they read. Better literature. He said something very profound. What he said is this. African people, we have always understood that it is from mystery that we have come. And it's to mystery that we shall return. I'll repeat. African people have always known that it is from mystery that we have come. And it is to mystery that we shall return. Now, that is spirituality case closed. It takes then he goes on to say, it takes a certain kind of maturity to accept it. I repeat, it takes a certain kind of maturity to accept it. From mystery we have come, and to mystery we shall return. How can I sit here and be telling you honestly that I can explain things that there are no words to explain? See, this is where anybody you go at me that starts explaining, I want to tell you about your spirituality, I want to tell you about Bible with the cosmos, I want to tell you. See, the level that these things play is unexplainable, is inexplicable. It is something you can only feel, something you can only partake. But to now diminish it with explanation is impossible. You see, Europeans are and Middle Easterners and all these people that try to explain where you are going to and where you come from. But if they say it's God, only them have the theory of God and hellfire, only them have theory of evolution and Big Bang and all of that. But here's the truth. It is a mystery. It is a mystery. And that mystery is not that it is mysterious in the fact that it is hiding. No. The mystery is that it is everywhere. It is everywhere in the sense that it is what connects all of us. It's what connects me to the sun. And what connects the sun to the our larger Milky Way. And what connects our Milky Way to the larger universe. And what connects the universe to the center of the universe as it continues to expand. So you see now, we live in a world where people are against that connection. People are against you and me realizing that we are one. They are against you respecting the river, that you are a part of the river, that you are a part of the sea. that you're a part of the mountains, you're a part of the trees. That the air, the wind that blows is a part of you, that you're a part of the birds in the sky. You know, because immediately you understand this connection, you will not allow people to exploit those things anyhow. People will not just come and cut down a whole forest of trees so that they can become millionaires for themselves in their pocket. People will not come and pollute all the rivers around you. People will not kill people in your presence and you keep quiet, because you will know that they are killing a part of you and you will not agree. So this is what they are against. That is why they bring this fake religion that is about you. A fake spirituality that is about you. Without the connection. Without this true mystery. This true, thing that connects everybody, I was watching The Cosmos by Neil deGrasse Tyson, this black quantum physicist. He's a quantum physicist, I think. Yeah. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's a quantum physicist. And he has this series that was on Netflix. They've taken it out now, but I have it on one of my things, and it's called Cosmos. And in one of the episodes, he was also discussing this mystery, because even some scientists that know about this power, this mystery, this thing. And he says that everything is connected, and he goes on to say the amount of atoms in your is an astrophysicist. Thank you. See, I think people here know their things. Neil deGrasse Tyson is an astrophysicist. Thank you very much. Totally wide. I mean, I like whatever you're trying to say. But anyway, go on. He says the amount of atom you have in your body, the amount of atoms it takes to make up the human body, is the same amount of stars in the sky. If that is not see, when you are right, God, I don't know if it's God. His name is not God. Because if it is God, if you are talking about that is watching me, writing down rules and regulations for me, waiting for me to die so he can throw me heaven or hell, that gave birth to Jesus, that sent Muhammad, if it is God, he's not the guy. He's not the guy. And he's not a he. There's no way he's a he. There's no way he's a he. Nehi. There's no way he's a he. Nehi. I'm kidding myself. Okay, let's go. So this guy cannot be the thing we're talking about. This smiter of people, curser of people, another one. Not somebody that is telling somebody to go inside a village and kill everybody and make sure that nothing escapes. And then when Saul comes out, David comes outside with one little pet goat that the goat was just so cute. Say, you didn't kill the goat. I mean, come on, not this guy. I feel like there's definitely something. But it is not something that we as human beings are intelligent enough to know. We can feel it, but we cannot know it, because it is just beyond our comprehension. It's beyond our concept. We can feel it because that is what connects us. That is what makes us strong. But the oppressors of this world, that is, you see, and they're the ones that go to church and mosque more than everybody. But you see that true power, that true mystery that is there, that gives us love, that makes us one. They are against it in any way. That's why they love capitalism. That's why they tell you individualism. You're here for yourself. Fight for yourself. I always tell them, you always tell us to compete among ourselves. But when we come inside your company to work, you tell everybody in your company to cooperate. And no, you have to cooperate in the company. Share ideas with your colleague. That's the way the world will move forward. That's the way the company will move forward. If you employ people in your company, why don't you tell them to be individualistic inside those corporations? Why don't you tell them to compete against themselves inside those corporations? No, you say they should work together and share ideas. because that's how things move forward. But we in society, you'll be telling us everywhere in society, compete against yourself, individuality, you are here for yourself, every man for himself. Anyway, let me continue with my own idea of what I believe in. So that being said, it is that connection that we must seek. If you truly want to be spiritual, I have truly abandoned spirituality or anything like that until I came across Professor Marimba Ani, Dr. Marimba Ani, you know, in a book Yurugu, in an explanation of spirituality, I was able again to discover something that is greater than myself, something that is greater than the material world. And what I realized that was greater than the material world, you know, what I realized again that that was above self, right, was the connection to everything. You know what I'm saying? It is not that I have found God. I didn't find God. I found every living thing. I found every river. I found every ocean. I found every mountain. I found every forest. You understand? And I found my connection to those things. You know, to the extent that when I see in the news that they are dumping waste in it pains me as if they are dumping it in my backyard. You know, I begin to question why people that will not allow you peace in their swimming pool will feel it's okay to go and dump all their garbage in the middle of the ocean. When I look at all our gutters, when I'm driving through, that's why now if I'm, you know, the environmental situation in Nigeria and Africa is one of the worst things to me, because it's like we don't respect our land anymore. You know, anybody that doesn't respect their land, you cannot respect yourself. You know, you cannot respect yourself. It's impossible. When I see our rivers, the way it's polluted, when I look at our beach, go to our beaches, man. Everywhere full of plastic, dirty, everything polluted, every river polluted, every air. The air in Lagos, we were watching BBC. When they met my friend, we both laughed. They rate it as 5. It was given from a scale of 1 to 5. 1 mean good air, 5 is the worst air. Lagos air was number 5. The worst. I burst to laugh. You know. So how can we say we respect ourselves, we respect our country, when our environment is the way it is? You know, and it is because we are truly, you know, despiritualized. We go to church and mosque more than everybody, but we are despiritualized. You know, we don't really have the connection anymore. We are no longer mature. Now again, we are babies. You know, afraid of the mystery, afraid of your next man. You understand? Afraid of the oppressor. You understand? Afraid of the unknown, afraid of tomorrow. We are afraid of everything because we've lost connection. You know, as let's give. Well, I'll use this to give my own posthumous props to MF Doom. You know, we have lost our connection to the all. You know, that's what he says. That's his own way of saying the mystery. I call it the mystery. You know, but you know, MF Doom, big up yourself. He says the all. You know, and I think it's a good way, you know, to understand it. You know, we have lost our connection to the all. You understand? Our connection is too minute. Our connection is too singular, too material. You know, too materialistic. How can people be praying for money? How can people be praying for money? How can people be praying for home, praying for house, praying for car? What kind of prayer? When you pray, if you pray for those things, then you've lost your connection to the all. You know, you've lost your connection to the all. You know, so big up MF Doom. You know, I mean, that's a great ancestor right there. One of the most talented rappers that ever lived, that passed away. You know, a man that I never met. I wish I had met him. You know, I mean, I'm a huge fan. You know, may the ancestors keep him and, you know, make sure that where he has returned to is the mystery of his existence. Let me put it that way. You know. So yeah. So that's Seun's spirituality. What does Seun believe in himself, and I believe in the all. You understand what I'm saying? In the mystery, in the connection to everything. You know. That's it. Start building that connection again. Forget all this one that's individualistic. You know, and that is actually what is removing you from true spirituality. You know, so yeah. So that's my spirituality. I believe in myself, you know, and I believe that from mystery we have come, and to mystery we will return. And I'm happy. I will accept that. I'm brave enough. See, there's some things that we don't know. You know, theory of evolution and all of that is accurate to a certain extent. It's not like the Bible. I don't like using the Bible 7 days. That one too much contradiction. But let's go to the other one that they have that kind of makes sense more, which is the theory of evolution and their Big Bang and evolution. Yes, it makes sense, but it still doesn't explain everything. You know, there's a mystery. There's still a mystery. You understand? The theory of evolution is Europe's best explanation. You know, in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, there's also an interesting explanation. You know, I don't really see it, but you know, yeah, it is what it is. You know, but for me, I believe that the mystery is still the all in all, and where we've come from, and to it I shall return, and I do not mind. You know, let's do this. Thank you very much for coming on the live tonight. I'm sorry I left it a bit late, but yeah, as we go out tonight to get ready for the weekend of love, let's all remember that there is no love that is greater than the love for humanity and the love of nature. So we must all remember to love ourselves, love our country, love our brothers and sisters, love our fellow citizens, love nature. You know, it's more important than the romantic kind of love. You know, I say to everybody, romantic love is not the real love. It's just an interpretation of love. There is no poor man in this world that can win a rich man in romance. There is no poor man in this world that can win a rich man in romance. Don't try it. Don't try it. You understand? Because why? Romance is nothing but the capitalist interpretation of love. There is no way to be romantic that Oyibo man will not make some money from it. You feel me? There is no way you want to be romantic that Oyibo man will not collect something. Collect something. You know what I mean? I always, my wife, I always say, any day she can tell me how to be romantic without making Oyibo man rich, I will do the thing. We have been waiting 15 years. Africa. Have fun, everybody. Enjoy your Valentine. Don't say because she will say anything, you don't go buy your girlfriend Valentine. You start it next year. Don't use my talk in this last minute to now go and tell your girlfriend, no rich man can, no poor man can win a rich man in romance. No, it's a lie. Don't be this year. It's too late. You don't already agree. Next year you can start. Thank you. I want to remove my fake teeth so people can see. You know, just my fake teeth. No, I'm not removing it.